So one of my commenters wanted to know how to use Higgsfield and tailor it to an actual client, right? And so I'm gonna show just one section real quick because the full thing could be forever. But I'm gonna show you like a few different things. First, I'm gonna show you like the beginner's version, and then a slightly more advanced version, right? So the beginner's version is very similar to a template, right? So a template is like, for example, my site. What you do is you, if you understand, marketing, copywriting, and you can visually put it together in your head. Sometimes you can take something like literally verbatim, like that. That is all you need. Like that's my site, and I just copied the prompt, pasted it in there, and just rearranged something from motion sites, and where I literally just copied the full prompt, put it into my design or Claude Code, rearranged it to just match my text and my nav, and I just slapped it in there, and it worked like a charm, right? So that's almost a straight rip, but it's fine because it matches my branding, my marketing, and it looks awesome. So that's the beginner's version. Now let's move on to something more customized to the client, which will be really cool. Here's an example where this is one of my clients that I'm actually working on right now. And also comment below if you guys want me to show you how to make like very realistic photo shoots that your clients will love, because I'm telling you, he did not know. There's no way you could tell me that you knew this was AI when you first looked at it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna make a movie version out of it, and basically I'm gonna take from this prompt a little bit, and I'm gonna where she's where we're using this motion here, probably like 10 seconds of video, and that's really just an inspiration, right? Because I'm not gonna use basically anything of that, but it's an inspiration. And I'm gonna try to have her like be close to the camera, this exact model, and then she's gonna like kick back and hang out on the truck, and then it's gonna scroll down to this, right? That's my goal. So let's do it. So here we have the picture of the girl that I created basically, and I love to use Cosmos and Pinterest. I mean, they're pretty great. I mean, they're amazing inspirations. This was a deep inspiration for her. It's awesome. So just understanding what keywords and vocabulary, and having your own artistic taste to kind of find that. So let's go ahead and do this. And then the reason I love ChatGPT is because to me it's the best image model out there right now, and it can retain it can retain the exact model, right? Which is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I had here is I said retain the model's exact likeness, change to a close-up shot view of her holding a shoe and smiling, keep the exact color grade, and change the aspect ratio to 16:9 of the whole composition. So let's see what that does. And of course, it does help if you understand cameras. It does help if you understand lenses, because I don't expect this to do this correctly on the first try. So I can always get really, really in depth if I want to, but just start simple first and see what it does, because sometimes the simpler is the better version. Okay, this is what it came out with, but this is where we need to be smart and use Pinterest, because this doesn't look quite like I hoped. It's not bad. It's actually not a bad start. So what we want to do is we want to go to something like Cosmos, right? And we want to look at something like Pinterest, and we want to give it reference images so it knows the exact placement of the model, and of course encourage it with more actual compositional language and lenses, of course. Well, we probably want to keep the same lens, but so for now, just compositional changes. All right, so let's try this other one. So I want you to see the process. Here is the photo I found, and this is what I said. This is okay, but let's try an extreme close-up with the pose I attached here with only one shoe and her eyes open. Retain the color grade. All right, let's do it. All right, now we're getting there. This is pretty close. I'm going to try to have her kind of stick her tongue out and have this kind of cute little, same pose. And let's try that, and then I'm going to move it into Claude. Okay, so I like this one more, so I'm going to roll with that one. You're only going to see it for a brief second. This one, sometimes when you go too hard in ChatGPT, you get these like rays, and this looks okay. I could keep working on it, but let's go ahead and just move forward. So let's go ahead and move to Higgsfield. And this is what I'm putting in because sometimes I like to test too. I like to test like my natural. I like to test my natural wording where I just do it without the help of ChatGPT, and then this is what I would write to ask ChatGPT for Higgsfield's prompt help, right? So let's go here. Let's move it over here. Okay. So go to video. We can try seed dance. Sometimes there's no logos there, so that could actually work just fine, which is cool. So we download this one. Oh, no, not this one. Download this one, right? Because you want the first and last frame, really. And you maybe want this one to kind of give it more context. And then what we're going to do is we'll take this one and we'll make a horizontal version of it, okay? That's what you can do. I'm going to try actually just let's see here. These two. Okay, so we have all the content, and so I clicked on this one first, then this one, then this one. That's how Seed Dance usually works. There's no logos in this, so it should work just fine. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna copy and paste it in. Again, I would test both because sometimes over prompting it actually doesn't help. And then always check your aspect ratio. I'm gonna do 16:9. That's actually correct. And let's do 1080p. I think that'll work. Probably even 720 is just fine, honestly. And let's see what that generates. See, here's a good example of overprompting. So I'm going to show you what just my natural words are instead of just copying and pasting it. And because all it did was just create like a slow-mo version of it, which is kind of cool, but it's totally not what I wanted. So let's try again. All right, so this is better with just this prompt that I use, right? And it's just my own. So it's better. We're almost there. Okay, there's a few things that are a little jank, like this comes up just unnaturally. That doesn't make any sense. Her mouth is just smiling all the time. So that's a little unnatural. And then it cuts there. Yeah, no cuts. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, keep her hair flowing naturally in the first shot. No cuts at all. One full shot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe like some of the actual camera work so that the camera follows through appropriately. But I think this would fix it. And then of course I'm going to talk about don't keep her smiling the whole time. Like, let's work that out. All right. So, but it's getting there. It's getting there. All right. So this is basically good enough. As you'll see here. I would still work on it a decent amount more. There's some artifacts and stuff, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it just to right there because she hangs on her smile a little bit too much, which is kind of weird. But if you cut it off right there, it actually works. And so I download that, I'm going to trim it, and then I'm going to upload it into Claude Design. There we go. I just edited it with QuickTime. I think it looks way better. Okay, that actually works. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload it directly into Claude Design. And then I'm going to paste this code here. Let's see what it does. Actually, right, I'll put this above the hero with after the handoff. They have the nav appear after the handoff. Let's see what that does. All right, send it. All right, so we are almost there. It's just that there are a few things that I don't like. So the progression is a little finicky. When you scroll, it's like it's not that smooth. I mean, it is so freaking close, man. Gosh. So I'm gonna work this and give you all the prompt to figure out, to help you do this with any clip that you want. Okay, so let's check it out. And believe me, there were a few bugs, so I had to go through a decent amount of it. But scroll. Yeah. Wow, that looks so cool. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to keep that, but this is for my clients, so that's awesome. I think that looks so cool. Wow. The one thing, it is kind of clear, and maybe I don't know. Some people may think this is AI or not. Not too sure. With the whole Ryo whatever. But either way, it's pretty sick. And then after this, I'm gonna also save this whole process as a skill too. After you kind of get through it, here it kind of tells you a little bit like hiding the video after the first. So I'm gonna have it learn like, okay, what not to do when I ask you to do this, and build me a prompt so that when I ask you, you do exactly this every single time for this type of situation, because this is fantastic. So I hope that helps. Please comment with anything that, or comment with like any questions that you guys have. I'm open to helping with any of them, and anything with Claude Code, because I am just to me, it's just my design and development is unleashed. I feel like I can do exactly what I've been wanting to do for my what's in my head for forever. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'm gonna make a whole series out of this, out of Claude Design 3.0. So let's go. Talk to you soon. Please subscribe.